Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Dax, and I know solo leveling globally just launched, and I'm a little late on getting some of these videos out, but today I want to go over who I think the best hunters are, even if you're a free-to-play player, who I think the best solo characters are in the SR ranks, because I know the SSRs aren't the easiest to get. So let's go over that. Let's have some fun with it. As always, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into it. So let's start this out by just looking at the heroes we have to look at here. Based on what we have 11 SSR heroes and we have 13 SR hunters. These are all the support hunters, the hunters that are going to be basically what you're available to get at the moment. There are some I don't have, however, I still know their stats and I know who would be good and who wouldn't. And also, I'm not a complete and utter whale. I am a small fish in a very large pond. I do spend a little bit of money on the game, mostly because I enjoy the game quite a bit, but I don't completely well out to the point of not having a bank account left, because personally I can't afford it. And I know some of y'all are like that. You'll spend $1 here or there, and that's pretty much what I do as well. So let's go over this. So first off, we will start with the we'll start with the SRs. We'll look at them, and we do plan on going over. We'll plan on going into an actual tier list here. But I do want to point out the tier list I found does not have Che on it. I will go ahead and tell you she is a SS rank hero. Summoned for her now, 100%. One of the best characters in the game right now. She is strong. She's powerful. She hits like a freaking warhorse. And her crit damage is great. Everything's great. I 100% believe in the fact that you should summon for her. So with that being said, let's go into the actual full tier list here. All right, so let's go into the full tier list. As I said, SS broken. Che is 100% in that listing every single time. All right, next up in that listing is we're going to put him in SSR. My reasoning for putting him in SSR is he is great for being there for you, but he's not great for progressing you through the story. And that's what we're looking at here, where he's a great hard hitter for getting those big challenges done, but he's not great for getting you through the story. So he's not an overall great balanced character. Now, if you're looking to do the destruction, the power of destruction things, the just single target challenge things, he's great at those, but he's not a very well-rounded character overall, especially for certain dungeons. So definitely say he's a good S character. He's broken, or he's not broken, he is OP. So I definitely advise, if you want to summon for him, you can, but at the moment with the banner that's out, I advise summon for Che. All right, next up we're gonna go with the not so broken version of him. He's good, he's strong, he does the job pretty well for what he is, but he doesn't really progress you through the story that well. He is a solid character 100%, and just for the record, none of the SSRs will go below A rank. The SSRs are all good, and I don't know that there's many SRs that will get into A rank. There might be, actually I can say that for sure there are two. There are two that will get into S rank, and that's just because they are solid characters. They're a lot better than people give them credit for. So definitely for sure. So we'll go into that. All right, we'll start with our first SS rank, or second SS rank, because again, Che's not on here. He is an SS rank. He is broken. He is great for helping you through the story. He is great for finishing off bosses. He is great for overall just clearing, getting through the power of destruction, everything you could possibly want. He's there for it. Our next SS rank will of course be her. I think her name's Emily. There are a few of these I remember their name, and a few I just do not remember their name because they're so, it's just going to take some time to get used to them. I believe her name is Emily. She's one of the original characters in this, so you will not be seeing her in the solo leveling anime, so be wary on that. But she is great for clearing. She's great for finishing off big groups. She helps you through the story. She does have good damage. She is a fantastic character the way she stands right now, and I will put her behind him because currently right now next to Che, he is the next broken character in the game. So she's definitely solid behind. Huang is a solid character. He's not the best character. I am going to put him in A. Actually, I'll put him above him even, because he helps you some and he's great to summon, but in my opinion, he just doesn't bring as much power as he should for his character. He's good for what he is. and that's about it. He's not well rounded enough. He's good, again, probably the same issue this guy has, except this guy at least does a lot more damage. Is this guy just doesn't put out the damage that he can, but he's really good for clearing just single bosses, not so much group stages. So be wary on that. All right, her, I am going to put her above him, surprisingly. And a lot of people may disagree with that one, because this is a hot take. I believe she is absolutely one of the stronger characters in the game. She'll help you through the story. She'll help you finish things. She's good at clearing stuff. But however, her biggest drawback, now, in my opinion, getting through the story is probably numero uno when it comes to this type of stuff. If you can get through the story in these games, in this type of scenario, you are doing way better than getting through the power of destruction and stuff like that, because then once you clear the story, you can actually summon stuff. And she's great for getting you through the story. She's bad at the solo target like characters, like the power of destruction, all of that stuff. She's terrible at those things, but she's really good at getting you through the story. So in my opinion, she's above him for that reason. All right, this guy, he's really solid. He's a great character. I mean, he's overall well-rounded. I'm gonna put him there because actually I'm gonna put him last. He's great for getting you through the story. He's great for keeping you alive. He's a healer. At the end of the day, that's really all he does. He has some damage, not great damage, but getting you through the actual story, he can do it because he can heal you. But is he going to be your best go-to character at the end game? No, he's not. So in my book, I mean, I almost won't even put him down. Yeah, I'll put him above these two, but I'm gonna put him in A. In my book, he's just not that great. All right, we will put him here. Actually, we'll put him here. Hello? Thank you. All right, so we'll put the archer guy. I don't know all of their names, unfortunately, but we're gonna put him in S rank here at the last. I think he's solid. He does good damage. He's an overall well-rounded character. He's good for clearing waves. He's good for clearing the bosses, but his damage output is just not as strong as some of the other characters. He's also another dark type. For some reason, they obsessed over the dark types in this SSR ranking. As you can see, all of them are S rank in my book. And I don't know why they obsessed over them so hard in the SSR ranking. Whereas you got, well, now we have 3 lights now, so I'll at least give it that. And then, of course, we still have the 2 winds, and we have 1 water. So we definitely need another water typing, which I do think is coming, but we won't talk about that here. However, I just think he just doesn't put out enough damage, but he's a good, well-rounded character. He can help you clear the story. He can help you finish off the boss fight scenarios. However, he is just not as much good at damage as he needs to be. So for me, I'm going to put him in S tier. And now we're going to talk about the other original character released in this game. I do not remember her name at all. However, in my book, I think she's actually above her. She is super strong. Her assist to jump in, give you a shield that then absorbs the damage as well as absorbs pushbacks, absorbs you getting knocked back, and it gets stronger as you boost her stats. It is way too good. Like, she is 100%. If you can summon for her, get her. If you can afford to spend the money right now in the shop for the bonus stuff to get her, I'd 100% advise getting her. She is super strong and a super good character. All right, we'll go into this guy. I don't know if he is actually free for y'all. He was free for the I know for people who logged in early. He was a free character for a little while. I don't know if he's still free now. I haven't started a new account to even check that. But if he is still free now, I think he is a solid A character. He's good for helping you clear the story. He's low on damage. He's great for boss fights, kinda. He's a great breaker overall, but in my book, I mean, there's other characters. I think he's a better breaker. He's for sure a better breaker. He's a better breaker. I'd say Huang's a better breaker. However, this guy being free kind of gives him, if he's free for y'all, I don't know if he actually is free, gives him a bit of an upper ranking there, because I'd rather you see you with him than I would Huang, who, if you decide to spend real money on, in my book. All right, so now we'll go to the SR rankings, which I know a lot of people are going to be stuck on SR characters that they don't want or are just terrible. So we'll go into them really quickly. There are a lot of bad SR characters, but there are a lot of good ones as well, or a few good ones as well, that you really want to be going for. So first off, we'll start with her. she can be a bit useful. She's not like the best. She's there when you need her. Not the best whatsoever. Absolutely useless. Don't get her. She's terrible. Don't get her. I'll put him below her. He can be a bit useful. He's not the best. He's not great, but he's there when you need him. You know, I mean, there's not much you can say about these SR characters. They're all, for the most part, except for a few, a handful of them are good for helping you clear the story. They are terrible. All of them are terrible for clearing the monster, the boss battles, but some of them are helpful for clearing the story, and that's what we're really going to go into here. All right, he's useless. Don't even worry about him whatsoever. Absolutely useless. I will call him good. He's good damage. He's solid hitting. He has, I believe, a poison ability, which is great. And he's just overall a good character. He's well-rounded. He's quick. He's fast. He does everything you need him to do for what he is. So again, just an SR character, but he's still a solid character. However, Mr. Tank Boy here, that's one of the few SRs I will put in A. It will be at the end of A, but his ability, he has the same ability as our SS Broken character here. The Dragon Water Lady. Again, don't remember her name off the top of my head at the moment. But when she comes in for you, when you're playing a Sung, he gives you a shield. A shield that is just as powerful as her, or less big as hers, but it does the same thing. It absorbs, it blocks damages, it makes it where you can't get knocked back. That ability alone carried me through so much of the story before I summoned her. It is wild. He is so good for carrying you through the story. He's even decent in boss fights. Not the best, but he is decent in them. So if you're stuck with an SR and you don't have her, I definitely say use him. He is so good for that. All right, we'll go into our next one. Useless. Like, just useless. He's not good. He's terrible. All right, I'll put her at B. She is a great healer early on. You get a lot of free copies of her. So you just getting through the challenges and stuff. So her abilities go up really quickly. I'll even put her above him, because her healing ability can carry you through the story for a bit. Notably, her healing ability is stuck in one location, so you have to stay inside that little circle. But it is really strong as you level her up. Once you get her leveled up to the point where she's healing you for a good amount, she's a solid character to have and can help you get through some of the boss fights you're having trouble with, or some of the characters, or some of the levels, because some of these levels do get really hard really quick. There is a wall for a lot of people, which is usually, it's either the fight against Huang here, or Kang, or it's the wall against the double boss before you go fight your first shadow. The guy you get is your first shadow. I forget his name at this very moment. Igris. Before you go fight Igris, there's that fight and the fight with Huang, Kang, who a lot of people get stuck at. So you have to be very careful with that. All right, we'll go to the next one. I'll put her at, she's useful. All the range characters are useful because they can get damage in before they get damage in at a distance when you're playing them solo, but they're just not like great. Useless. Absolutely useless. All right, we'll put her at B. She's a solid character. She's fun to use, and she does good damage. She's a great wind type as well, which is, as you can see, not the best things we have. But for an SR to be in B rank as a wind type, especially considering in my book we have 2 A SSR winds, she's a solid substitute for that if you need wind. She's just overall a good character. She's not like worse. She's not the best, but she's a good mage type if you need one. I'll put him here. He can be useful. He's not the best. He's not like the worst whatsoever, but he's there. And then I'll put him in B tier. You do get quite a few copies of him as well as you play through the story and progress. But in my book, at the moment, he would be in B tier because no, we'll put him at the end. The best part about him is you do get quite a few copies of him, which is great to have. But in my book, I think he's just a better tank if you're able to get him. But he's a good substitute tank if that's what you are needing. So just my thoughts on that. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a few other tanks here that you could use as well. But in my book, if you don't have a tank that gives you a shield in some type of way, you're going to have a hard time in the story a lot of times. So it's really good to get one that gives you a shield. So that's just my take on it so far. That's my tier list. Let me know if you agree down below. As always, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, and I'll of course see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good one. Keep playing solo leveling and hug somebody y'all love. Peace.